Hello and welcome to the Freakin' Rican Restaurant channel. Today we're going to be making Jibarito Sandwich. So off camera I already peeled a plantain, so this is going to be for like 1/2 of the sandwich. If you wanted to make a full sandwich, you could fry this as is and then smash it. I always find it harder to do a whole plantain, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice it in half, and then this is going to be one little sandwich, okay, which is enough for one person. You want to make it bigger, do 2 of these, so 2 plantains, and you can make a nice full sandwich. Okay, I just cut this up, and now we're going to just throw it into the fryer. We're going to let this fry for a couple minutes, and then we'll pick it up, let it cool down a bit, and then we'll smash it. So we're just going to let this fry for a little bit. Okay, so while the plantain is frying, I'm going to start getting the oil, the onions for our steak, because it's going to be a Jibarito sandwich con bistec, with steak, all right? So I'm going to get about 2 ounces of oil, right? We got the oil right there. Want to get some onions. If you like a lot of onions, put a lot of onions. If you don't, put a little. Okay, so we got your onions right here, and then a little of the Freakin' Rican adobo, which you can find on the website, freakinrican.com. So there we go, we got some onions, adobo, and then next thing would be to cook up the steak. So we're gonna do all of that while the plantain is still frying. It's still frying there. Since it's pretty thick, we want it to fry good enough so that way when we smash it, it doesn't break apart. Because if you smash it and it's still raw, it's gonna break apart and your jibarito's not gonna look so nice like me. Okay, so we're gonna get our steak here, slap that onto the grill, and we're gonna add some Freakin' Rican adobo. You wanna make sure your pan is nice and hot. Okay. Some salt. You're gonna leave that cook for a couple minutes. So hopefully you have some type of maybe stovetop grill that would help. If you don't, you could just do this in your pan. Make sure the pan is hot enough. Put a little oil in the pan and then just let it cook on one side, let it cook on another side, and then you take it out, put it in the pan with some onions like I showed you, and finish cooking it in the pan. Okay, so we see that the meat is turning brown. We're gonna flip this, and again, the same thing. We're gonna do a little salt, and we're gonna do a little Freakin' Rican adobo. Okay, couple seconds. The thicker the meat, the longer you wanna cook it for. This steak is not so thick, so we don't wanna cook it too much because we don't want it to be dry. Okay, leave it a couple more seconds, and then we're gonna finish it off right here. I'm sweating because this grill is really, really hot. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna put it here, get the flame on, and I'm gonna just cover this up real quick. Let this cook up for a minute or 2, and then we'll be ready to do the Jibarito sandwich. Got our steak. Watch your lashes. You'll burn your lashes. Okay, yeah. Nice and caramelized, and we're ready to chop this up. But first, what we're gonna do is you're gonna take a pan, and you're gonna take out all that anger that you have on your husband or your boss, and you're gonna get it out. All right. So we're gonna okay. There you go. So perfect. So it should look like this. So thankfully it cooked good enough. So if it were raw, you would see this. Come closer. So if it was raw, you would see this a much lighter color, almost kind of like this color here. I was giving you the finger, I'm so sorry. Like this color here, and then what would happen is when you go back to fry it, it's gonna like break up and it's not gonna look really pretty. So this one is cooked. Then you wanna take your knife and just kind of slide it off, okay? So once you get this out, you wanna let it rest for a little bit so it starts to cool down just a tad bit. Because sometimes if you do it too hot, se te va a pegar. It's gonna stick to your pan, okay? And now the other piece. There you go. That's just right. Okay, there you go. And then we're just gonna slide this off just like so. And so this will be, you always wanna cut them equal because one is your bottom and the other is your top because we're making a sandwich. So it would be like this. So this would be your Jibarito sandwich, okay? And now it's time to put it in the deep fry again because you want it nice and crunchy. Now we're gonna just throw this right back into your frying pan because you'll be doing this at home. If you have one of those little deep fryers, you could put it like that. You just want to make sure that they're not sticking together, that you put them separate so they fry it really good, okay? I'm gonna just drop this, and you see, you want them nice and separate. And once they start frying, you'll do exactly what I did, kind of separate them. So we're gonna let this fry up for about a minute because we want them to be nice and crunchy. In the meantime, we're gonna cut up this steak. Okay, so for the Jibarito sandwich, you're gonna need your cheese of choice. I like cheddar cheese, so I'm gonna use cheddar cheese, tomato, lettuce, and I'm also gonna use an aioli sauce that I made. Eventually, I'm gonna give you guys that recipe. I'll think about it. But right now, we're gonna slice up some tomatoes. You see, these knives are amazing. The freaking Rican knives, all Damascus steel. They cut like butter. So we have our tomatoes there. We don't need so many, but just for the sake of cutting, why not? Okay, so we have some tomatoes there. We have some romaine lettuce. And now we're gonna cut up the steak. I also think it's time to lift up the plantains already. So let's see. Okay, there, a little bit more, okay? I'm gonna leave it a couple seconds more, and that's gonna give me a chance to cut up this steak. Okay, so here we got the steak, and now I'm just gonna put on a glove. Okay, 2 gloves. Obviously, if you're doing this at home, you wouldn't be using gloves, but I'm so used to it because I'm here at the restaurant. So all I'm gonna do is just slice this up. You could come closer if you like, because I want you to get a really good view. Okay, so you could do this into strips. Okay, just like that, right? And then this is gonna go on the sandwich, topped off with the onions. But now let's get these tostones out of the fryer. Okay, so we got them out. They're so nice and golden. That's how you want them. You want to make sure when you're picking a plantain that the plantain is really firm, okay? Because if it's soft, te van a quedar como medio maduro. They're going to be a little sweet, and you don't want that. I'm going to put a little salt. There we go. Okay, so we got, I'm going to figure out which is going to be our bottom. I think this is going to be our bottom right here. Okay, so now we're just going to take the steak. Again, you're going to be at home. So you're going to be using, I don't think you're going to be using gloves. You're more than welcome to. Okay, so we got the steak ahí. La cebolla. Dios mío, pero qué rico. You want your onions caramelized. And you want to make sure you put some adobo on your onions for that added flavor. Ooh, wow. If you're big into onions, you're gonna love this. I took 2 slices of cheese. I made them into triangles, okay? So I'm gonna put 1, I'm gonna put 2, I'm gonna put 1, I'm gonna put 2, okay? Some tomato, right? Oh, uy, casi se me olvidó. Hold on. Let me undo this. Let's put some aioli sauce. Let's put that cheese back. Okay, like so. Some tomatoes. Let's get some 3 tomatoes here. So that's what I'm saying. This is gonna fill you up. So one is enough. 2 es, pues, si te gusta comer, tú sabes, bastante, pues, you're gonna need 2. And this is your top, okay? Here we go. a couple banderas. Por si acaso no saben. It's a Puerto Rican channel. Oh, how am I gonna taste this? How am I gonna taste this? Wow, look at that. Oof. Look how amazing that looks. Wow, don't you want to just bite it? Now it is that time, the time to taste. Oy, Dios mío. Of course, you know I can't put this all in my mouth, so I'm gonna cut this in half to not make a mess. And look. Looks so good. Okay. Uy, ¿cuál? Okay. All right, ready? Look at all this. Qué rico. Oh my God, I just needed a little more salt in the tostón. Damn, it's so good. Hold on. Qué riqueza. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Ja, I'm back. And so hopefully I hope to upload a video a week. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Give me a like. Come by the restaurant. We're located at 4306 34th Avenue in Astoria, Queens. Visit our website, freakinrican.com. And always remember, la vida es mejor con qué? Con buen sabor. I love you guys.